All right, as I mentioned in the main episode, I was going to give you some bonus material, and this bonus material is being brought to you by my iPhone and my new little mic. I had made a promise, I think, in the first episode, I was going to try to improve our video and sound quality, and hopefully we're going to get a lot out of the mobile cam. So little tiny excerpts I'm going to make throughout the series when you really need to see something up close or from an odd angle that I can't get with the mounted camera. So yes, this is my little handy cam. In fact, maybe we'll call it Coda's cam. All right, here is our perspective from the Coda cam. This is the perspective that you have looking down your violin. I thought it might be helpful for you to be able to see some of this that we've been talking about with the fingers and the shape of the hand. Now, I have my thumb rest nicely and not squeezing on the side of the violin, and I have my the knuckle of my hand here on the other side, and there is space in here. I'm not squeezing my hand around. I don't have it choked. Okay? And bring your fingers this way. This is not going to help you with your agility and speed. I want to have some freedom of motion in here, right? Okay, so back here. My fingers are on the very tips. If you have long fingernails, you will need to cut them. They can be any color you like, but I promise you that if you're playing with flat fingers like this, you are going to limit yourself in the future. Not only will your intonation always be a little off because of the part of your finger here, the fleshy part of your finger. Not only will your intonation always be a little off because of the fleshy part of your finger not being able to push the string accurately, you just won't have the mobility of all of these joints, okay? If your tapes are placed properly, the second and third finger are going to be very close to each other, maybe even touching depending on the size of your hand, and the first finger is going to have a space. So these two have a space, okay? What to do with your pinky in the meantime? Try not to let it tuck under your violin. Try not to let it come back and loop around the other finger. This is all signs of tension, okay? We want to be able to put 1, then 2, and 3 down and the pinky remain relaxed. If you're having trouble with this, look again at your tension. This is happening when I squeeze too hard, which is also closing that nice gap I had before. The insides of your fingers are going to need to not touch the next string. You want to have enough curvature in your fingers that there is a space here. You see how I'm not touching the E string with any of my fingers. This note, the first finger, a lot of times what makes you get the whistly E string is squeezing too hard this way, and then the inside of the hand accidentally touches the E string. So we want that nice round note. Okay? Keep working on this hand shape. It's really worth it. I promise you in the future, it's going to help you with fast playing and accurate playing.